Hey everyone, welcome to this section. So here we are going to talk about the NTP server and the DNS server configuration on a Palo Alto firewall. So the HQPA firewall is on, and I've logged into the management IP of this firewall. I'm taking the web interface access on 192.168.1.201. Now the first thing first, whenever you want to configure a DNS IP address, you should go to device. Okay, so under device tab, so click on setup. Under setup, you have got the services subtab, so click on that services subtab menu, and over here you can see there's a place to add the primary DNS server IP and the secondary DNS server IP. Now to change, and as well as the primary NTP and the secondary NTP server address, now to change those values you need to click on this gear icon where it is showing as edit. So when you click on that, the wizard opens up for the settings that you want to change. So I can add here the DNS server IP and the secondary DNS server IP. So note one thing over here, that the Palo Alto will contact this particular URL to fetch its dynamic updates for its antivirus or for any of its software related or feature related services. That's the URL, updates.paloaltonetworks.com. Yeah, under DNS settings, you have got DNS where you can define the primary and the secondary DNS server IPs. Also, you can define a DNS proxy object if it is there in your organization. So let's say I give here as of now the global Google DNS IP address over here, where primary is all 8 and secondary is 8844. And you can see that there is an FQDN refresh time of 30 seconds and an FQDN stale entry timeout of 1440 minutes given here, which is the default. If you want, you can change that, but let us keep it as default. Also, you've got an option to change the proxy server IP address add a proxy server IP address over here. So if your organization routes some traffic before it reaches to the LAN, the organization traffic will reach a proxy server, and from the proxy server the traffic will reach outside, or from there the traffic will be taking a decision for its outbound connection. So in that case, you can define the proxy server address over here, its port number on which the proxy server is listening, and the credentials, the username and the password. Yeah, and likewise on the next tab you have this NTP configuration. So click on NTP and you have primary NTP server and secondary NTP server that you can define. So what you can do is also with authentication, so you can either go with auto key or symmetric key authentication. As of now, I'll choose none. So I have got a URL over here where you can just type in Google NTP server free public internet time servers. Just type this values in Google, and you will be getting a list of NTP server public IP addresses or public FQDNs. So over here you can see that for I'm in Asia, so I'm in India. So for India, this is the zone, or this is the Asian pools that you have, and this is the FQDN what I have. So let's copy that in.pool.ntp.org, and let's paste it right here and click on OK. All right, and next job is of course to commit the configuration changes. So I can it's always better to choose the administrator name which is logged in, or which is doing the configuration changes. As of now, I'm the only administrator, so I can click on commit all changes as well. Yeah, so click on commit so that the changes get written inside the running configuration of the Palo Alto firewall from the candidate config. So let's wait for the commit to complete, the commit process to complete, and then we will test it out. Okay, so you can see that the configuration got committed successfully. It took around 1 minute or so. It depends on the amount of memory you have allocated to the Palo Alto Firewall VM. Based on that, the commit time will be decided. Alright, so click on close, and you can see that it's listing that the primary and the secondary DNS server IPs, as well as the FQDN for the NTP over here. Yep, so now what you can do is you can go to the CLI of this firewall and try to ping host, let's say www.facebook.com, where I can see if I can get the reply. So yeah, so I can see that my I can ping a domain, and my DNS is working fine for that. It is resoluting the IP address for fb.com, and likewise I can ping to, or let's say I can use the command called as show NTP. Yeah, so I can see the NTP configuration. So yeah, I can see that NTP is currently not synced, but yeah, it will sync shortly. And you can see that NTP server is reachable. Okay, and yeah, so this is NTP server IP address I have. Status is rejected as of now. We will see it later, but yeah, this is the way to add the NTP server address. Okay, right, so I hope it is clear so far. Please practice the same. I'll see you in the next lecture. Thank you for watching.